What's up, Aquarius? Welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot on this chilly spring day. We're going to be doing a timeless reading for you, and we're going to be asking what is coming towards Aquarius at the time of viewing this video. That being said, of course, be discerning. Don't give your power away to tarot. If you guys would like for me to pray for you, if you'd like other Aquarians and cross watchers alike to pray for you, consider saying hi in the comments section. That gives us something that represents your energy to focus on, and you're welcome to share what you're going through if you feel like you want to open up about it, or even leave an emoji. All right, so we start with a message. Oh, I love this. There's pine trees in the background, just like here. Patience. I can wait. The mantra is, my patience and inner calm increase from moment to moment. This mudra fortifies the liver, regulates the body temperature, and helps to balance out strong emotions and inner conflicts, Aquarius. And this is how you make the mudra. So if you want to physically empower the message, you actually slide one hand right here, and you put your thumb right here, kind of over your, I think it is the money line, right there, if you read palms at all. Yeah, so let's read a little bit more about it. Everything which grows, regenerates during a healing process, for instance, Aquarius, develops and unfolds needs a certain time. And instead of impatiently frittering our energies away, we can use the times of waiting for better things. Think of a tall, majestic tree in the prime of life and ask it to share its patience, steadfastness, perseverance, strength, and inner composure with you. You inhale its energies with long, deep breaths. You know, I'm going to geek out with you for a second. Do you remember the Ents? E-N-T-S, is that how you spell them? In the Lord of the Rings series, those trees. Oh, I love them so much. Anyway, it's kind of the patience of an Ent. Patience, I can wait. All right, so let's get into tarot. What's coming towards my Aquarius at the time of viewing this? Please make it clear, Spirit. We're only going to take the cards that fly out for you. And if they fly in reverse, that's how we read them. We respect the cards, how they lay. Okay. So, Four of Wands upside down. I'm going to give you a general overview, and then we'll unpack the cards with more meaning, okay? Boom, 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 boom. All right. Wow. Okay, so this is a dramatic reading. I'm just going to tell you, Aquarius, that you've probably, if this resonates, it makes sense that you are here. What's at the bottom of the deck? I love that. So there's a cool twist to your reading. We've got the Nine of Cups, and this is a very wonderful energy. This is happiness and almost kind of a delightful pride, like a sense that you can pat yourself on the back. Like you are responsible for making yourself happy and getting to a certain destination. But we start out actually in a place of intensity, basically. There might have been something that just felt wobbly, or a sense that your stability has been compromised. And that could have been either within, like with home, or it could have been even with a celebration of sorts. Like if you're gonna have a family reunion or a wedding or some kind of gathering, that could be wobbling. So anyway, then we have the Six of Pentacles. I'm gonna have to unpack this one to find out more, but it's a beautiful card of generosity and reciprocity. So I like that that's popping up, and then moving forward, making progress, waiting for your ships to come in, and that brings kind of a fresh breeze into your tarot reading. Like, ooh, something's changing here. But you know, we do have like this game of contrasts in your reading, because there's kind of this bitter ending to something. This could have been something that ended abruptly. It could have been in your past. There was probably communication, and maybe not even a ton of it, but it could have been sudden, or a sense of betrayal, something. There's kind of a sharpness to that kind of ending. And a Tower moment. This is an event that was outside of your control. But the important thing to remember with Tower moments, Aquarius, is that they are there to set you back in the right direction. So it's suggesting that the direction you were headed in at one point was out of alignment with your best interest, you know? So sometimes the Tower moments, they are not comfortable because we're not in control, and human beings, man, it's a fragile existence, isn't it? We like to think that we're in control. We wouldn't have astrology without it. You know, we need these little things that make us feel like we're steering the ship, but events like the Tower, that can be no matter how big or small. Those are moments that remind us of our fragility or remind us that we're not always in control. All we can control is how we react to these moments. So just keep in mind, rest assured, Aquarius, the Tower moments happen to realign you. They happen in order to realign you. We do have Five of Cups making an appearance in your reading, and that is talking about something that might have disappointed you. So now let's unpack it further. This is going to be an extended. If you like to go in deeper, get much longer readings, it's for my crowd who like to get advice. That will be a link in the description box below. All right, tell me more. Flipping but not flying, we got 2 pentacles. I'm gonna read this like that. So yeah, it looks like you kind of get news that delays something. This could have been with housing, could have been, like I said, with a gathering of some sort. The delay is there for a reason. And I say that because we have, of course, I want to show you all the cards. The 8 of Wands, this is news. This could have been even regarding travels. There was a specific reason to travel. And then we've got the Hanged Man. This is Piscean ruled, and it's really there for a reason. It's gaining an important perspective, but at a sacrifice. What's this 6 of Pentacles for my Aquarius? Oh, I like this. I'm not going to tell you about what this is until I flesh out the rest of the reading here a bit, because I think I know, but I know it's contingent on a few other things. So 3 of Wands, bear with me. Right. Awesome. Anything else on the 3 of Wands? Yes. Beautiful. You're popping up here with your energy, the Star card. Hallelujah. And then 10 of Swords. What do we want to know about this 10 of Swords for my Aquarius? What's going to benefit them to know? Wow. What the hell did you go through? We got the 3 of Swords. Okay. And then the Tower card. Looks like that Tower card maybe came with conflict or fighting. Okay. Something is going away, moving on. And the 5 of Cups. There's a sense of moving on, but better for it. It's not easy, but better for it. Healing, recuperation, the Hermit card. We have the Lovers card coming out here. There is hope yet for you. If this is a romantic context for you, I want you to know that this is going to be looking up. You might be in a quiet place. If this event has not happened just yet, or you're in the middle of it, it will land you in a contemplative, quiet, and actually wise place. Like the Hermit card represents only in the dark. In the darkest of nights, he can see his lantern. In your disappointment, in your sadness is where you can see your brightest light. You can hear your voice, that inner voice calling you, moving forward. You're going to know what to do, but you might seem real quiet, especially on the outside. You know, don't be surprised if people call, they want to check on you. This is all about recovery. I love that for you. Remember that at the bottom of the deck, the reigning energy over the reading was the 9 of Cups. Look that shit up, because it'll show you where you're going. I think you'll look back and feel a sense of pride. You'll feel a sense of accomplishment that you made your own happiness happen. Does that make sense? So backing it up, I'm putting the cart before the horse like I usually do. I get excited. I want to talk to you about the 6 of Pentacles, because I said I'd come back to that once I fleshed out this reading more. And it's just as I thought. A generosity is going to be revealed through these events. So there is going to be kind of, you don't see it. That's why we got it cloaked with the moon. This reciprocity. I think that somebody's going to be coming forward to make a gesture to show you that they care, basically. And we have you doubling down on some focus. I think that you are all of a sudden really, this might have already happened, but this is waiting to kind of get the green light on something, waiting for your ships to come in, making progress. There's intense focus here. And there's a sense of be careful of what you wish for, because in a sense, Aquarius, you get it, but once it lands in your lap, you're not quite sure if you want it. And then we have this ending. We have an ending here, and there is something, Ace of Swords, some deep clarity that you get somehow regarding this ending. And this could have been with a fire sign, doesn't have to have been, but the King of Wands is showing up. And the King of Wands, it can represent you or another individual here, but the characteristics that go with the King of Wands is a visionary, somebody who's confidently moving forward, somebody who believes in their vision, and they're propelled by the enthusiasm in that belief, if that makes any sense. They're a confident king. This is somebody who can seem very confident to others. Somebody who gets an idea in their head and they just go for it. So there's some heartache though around here. The Ten of Swords, a harsh ending, a sudden ending, maybe a sense of betrayal attached to it. The Three of Swords. I mean, I'm telling you these cards, Aquarius, so you can look them up yourself if you feel empowered to do so. But attached to this, we're not done yet, right? There's this clarity, a realization. And that's when there's some self-reflection. There's this realization how strong you've been all along, and how dedicated you were holding on to something here, almost standing up for it. Like this Nine of Wands, if you look closely, he's got a bandage on his head. He's bruised, he's busted up, but he's still doing his job. He's still standing guard those wands. He's protecting those wands. So what have you been protecting? What have you been unguarded for? Because I guarantee you, if you're getting the Nine of Wands, there's an aspect of this that's been exhausting. So, and it's all connected to that realization, right? So here we have this Tower card, and I feel that this is acting as a confirmation. One, it's happening to realign you. It's happening in order to realign you. There's been conflict. There's been fighting involved. That's exhausting. And this is making it very clear, making quick movement towards an ending, okay? Now, the important thing to know about the Death card is, one, it's very rarely literal death. It's not really talking about that. It's talking about basically a season in your life, whether it's a job, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a relationship. It's moving out of the picture, and it truly is closing it up. It is done. But it's also making room for something new. And I always compare it to the seasons, right? Like we need those trees, those leaves to fall off the deciduous trees in autumn, so that they can make room for those buds, those new leaves to come in. So that is a beautiful death process. It's a great example of death and rebirth. Whenever you see the Death card, it comes with rebirth. So the fun thing we're going to ask later on in your extended is, what is going to be taking its place? But here we have, I want to revisit our Five of Cups, that disappointment. If you're feeling the pain, you're feeling the sadness, let yourself feel it. And also, there's a deeper wisdom, just like that lantern. Only in the dark do you see that light. If it's daylight, sunshiny, happy-go-lucky, you can't even see that there's a flame in there, right? So life is made up of contrast. That's kind of the big joke here about living, you know? That's why I love metaphors. You see metaphors everywhere in nature, but there's always this constant thread, this theme of contrast. Light and day, dark and night, happy, sad, blah, blah, blah. Life is not actually that simple, right? But for the sake of clarity, allow yourself that calm, because it's leading you to the recovery. And that calm might feel dark, but at least it's really honest. And you're traveling right through, just like this person on the boat with them. Now there's two people, there's actually three people. There's a child in the picture. But there's a couple people in this picture to suggest that you don't have to be doing it alone. Okay, so if people reach out to you, if it feels right to talk to them and connect, it's very much somebody coming towards you. I wouldn't be surprised that you don't expect, that is going to show you a sign of reciprocity, of care, of generosity, of lending a hand. This can also be a therapist. And we've got the Lover's card here. So the Lover's card, I'm flashing it and try to, here, I'll cover them up. YouTube makes me cover them up. Otherwise it buries the video. So the Lover's card talks about a choice in love usually. It doesn't have to be in love, it could be in partnership, but it's about realignment, harmony in your relationships. And I will leave it at that. I'm going to go into the extended. If this is where I leave you, I adore you. Thank you for joining me. I hope it was helpful. Please like and subscribe, of course. Join the family if you want to see more of these. And otherwise, I will see you at the extended. The link is below in the description box. Take good care, loves.